Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Darling, how nice of you to come.
We're reviewing The Apple, set in a distant future where music rules the world.
Use your imagination, this is 1994.
Where prams are designed by the Jetsons. And where drinking glasses are wildly impractical.
How about a drink with our BIM glasses?
This is a canon film.
You never learn, do you?
Which is another way of saying it's very ambitious.
I'm going to make them the biggest stars of our decade.
And those ambitions are thwarted due to irreconcilable differences between director Menahem Golan and reality.
Can't forget the crowd. They're just not into that kind of crap anymore.
The story has been told many times. Small-town musical duo Alphie and Bibi come to the big city.
La 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 la, la 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 la.
Where Bibi is seduced by music agent Mr. Boogalow.
You destroy us.
Or make us.
Falling into a life of fame.
A girl from nowhere about to become America's #1 BIM star.
Drugs.
I've never been so high in my life.
And choreographed sex. While Alfie feels up Miriam Margolyes.
I knew there had to be a heart in that big bosom of yours.
It's Faust with a hint of Genesis, and we know where this is going.
Bring the master special hors d'oeuvre, the apple!
But the movie still feels the need to make sure we're getting it.
Take a bite!
Songs in musicals are seldom subtle. They give voice to an internal monologue that would be ridiculously over-explanatory if spoken.
Lie, cheat, steal, betray, and double deal.
But even with that in mind, the unsubtlety of the songs in The Apple is like being hit repeatedly over the head with a synthesizer.
Life is nothing but show business, the world's a cabaret.
Every element has to be underlined with on-the-nose lyrics.
I'm under your spell. It's too late to run.
Written by someone whose rhyming dictionary seems to have been missing a few pages.
It's a natural desire. Meet an actual vampire.
Then there is the world itself,
It is now 4 o'clock. Time for the National BIM Hour.
which is basically what would happen if Disco Stu from The Simpsons became president and turned to evil. But it's not consistent. At the start, Mr. Boogalow rigs a music competition so his BIM music
To the BIM.
is victorious.
Boss, we have just scored 150 heartbeats.
No idea how that works. Do the audience die if the music is bad?
Hey, Bob, what's going on?
Point is, Mr. Boogalow is a powerful music producer, but that's it.
He's just an agent. He doesn't own us.
Later in the film, you can be fined for not wearing a BIM sticker.
You're a BIM mark. You're not wearing one.
State police are sponsored by BIM. He won a music competition, now he rules the world. And there's no suggestion of mind control. People just like the music.
Well, why not?
Which is another problem, because the message seems to be that a person's worth is determined by their acceptance or rejection of popular culture.
These people don't like television.
Of course, only one group can save the world from disco.
These are refugees from the 60s, commonly known as hippies.
Now, I haven't mentioned the story much. The fact is, you get so caught up in the gaudy day-glow horror that's being inflicted on you. It's easy to forget that it's not just the music that's being tortured into more hideous shapes than a cat put through a mangle.
Like a puppet on the string.
It's the story too. So far, it's been simple but predictable, and we're waiting for Alphie to save Bibi from her life of comfort, success, and songs about amphetamines.
Pumping power by the hour. Speed.
But when he goes to look for her, he ends up sleeping with someone else.
Feel me coming.
Another example of the music underlining something that was probably pretty clear. Alphie then hooks up with the hippies,
Go find Alphie.
and Bibi follows him.
If you know my name, you must know Alphie.
Yeah, that's the only way he could know your name. So, Alphie does nothing to save Bibi, and Bibi experiences no epiphany. She just decides to leave. There's no arc.
Are you speaking English?
But there is a twist when Mr. Boogalow comes to get Bibi back.
She's been living here for over a year now.
A year? At what age was that kid born? And what will our heroes and hippies do now?
Who's Mr. Tops?
He's a character we've never mentioned before, who's about to become a very literal Deus Ex Machina.
They call me Mr. Tubbs.
Just in case the religious allegory had somehow slipped you by, God turns up to defeat disco. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Come on, Bibi, let's get out of here before it's too late.
Thanks for watching, and thanks to David Alder for selecting this film as one of our Patreon shadows. We've reviewed a few cult musicals, but are there any others that you like, you think should be given the Dark Corners treatment? Let us know in the comments below.